and I've got my little Mr. Dig paper toy over here. But I'm excited to be hanging out with you on this Friday. TGIF, welcome. Thanks for watching. And I want to talk once again, as I'm talking all week long, about is the Sync Blood and Rain Kickstarter launch. And I want to give you an update there. But most importantly, I also want to share what's going on today, something, how we're participating in Kickstarter's Break Kickstarter event. And I want to invite you all to take part in this as well. All right. So what's this Break Kickstarter thing? Well, actually, you can find out details if you go over to break.kickstarter.com. You can see what Kickstarter has to say about this event that they're running. And basically what Kickstarter is doing is they're challenging creators who launch on the Kickstarter platform between July 15th and August 15th to do something a little bit different, do something unexpected, to do something a little bit fun, and to use their platform in an innovative way, a way that breaks from the norm of what most people expect from Kickstarter campaigns. Now, if you've been following me on Comics Launch, which is a podcast that I do where I help writers and artists and publishers and comic creators launch better Kickstarter projects and get their projects funded, and we sort of save them from disappointing launches. That's what we do on Comics Launch. And one of the things that I teach in Comics Launch, and one of the things that I put into practice every time I launch a project, is that one of the keys to a successful launch is to not just treat it as putting something for sale on the internet, right? Let's face it, at right now, at this given moment, there are literally millions and millions and millions of things that you could go and buy on the internet, right? There's probably a million things on Amazon you could buy and might want to buy at any given moment. But that's not what Kickstarter is all about. Kickstarter is about turning the launch of your projects and your products into an event and having fun and having some excitement and having some intrigue and some surprises and doing things above and beyond what you would normally do to just put something on the shelf and hope people go buy it, and instead turn your marketing, turn your product launch, turn your release into a true event. And I like to think that's what we do with our Comics Tribe launches. All right. The fact that in the first, we've been live since Tuesday morning, right? And this book, Sync Blood and Rain, has already attracted 289 backers as of right now, and we've hit over $17,000 pledged for this brand new book by John Lees and Alex Cormack. Part of the reason for that is because we have turned it into an event, and we have built a track record and a history of turning comics launches into an event. All right. And so one of the ways we're sort of both taking part in the Break Kickstarter event and which is doing something a little bit new, but also still sort of following up with that desire to make sure that your Kickstarter campaigns feel like more than just a product release and instead a full event, is we're actually trying something new here. We are doing, for the first time ever, a backer-driven story that's going to be written by John Lees. It's going to set and take place in the Sync universe, and it will be canon, right? So this will be canon, and but it's a tale that John's going to tell in installments, and with each story point, there's going to be a break in the story, and he's going to be looking to backers to help him determine the direction of this story. So the story is called Homecoming. There's a link to it. There should be a link to it in the post information of this in the post. And if you're watching it and you can grab that link and put that in the comments, that would be awesome. But you can also find it here. If you go to our Kickstarter page you can always find our Kickstarter page at sync.comicstribe.com. Excuse me, comicstribe.com/sync. I always get that backwards a little bit. So if you go to comicstribe.com/sync and then go to updates, Our fourth update is called Homecoming Part 1. It's your turn to help create a sync tail. All right. And so I sort of lay out the bulk of this post is actually the first start of this brand new sync story. And I lay out just the rules for this. All right. So John's writing the story. It's going to be in multiple parts. And the first installment is right here. At the end of each prompt, there's going to be a call to action where we're going to be encouraging backers to leave a comment to help drive this story. And the deal is we're going to give backers 24 hours. All right. So the clock is already running on this. You have 24 hours to leave a comment such that it can be potentially incorporated into the direction of this story. And because we need to give John some time to actually choose the direction to go and then to actually write the next installment. And then you're going to tune in next Monday to find out where the story goes next. That will be the next part of it. And I also will say we have to be careful about how we talk about like bonuses and extras and giveaways and things on Kickstarter because certain things are not within the Kickstarter guidelines. But just know if you've backed our campaigns before, we tend to go above and beyond for our backers that participate, and we'll do some random draws and we'll pick and highlight some backers that participate. So the main reason to participate is to have fun and potentially help drive the next sync tail, but we may also hook you up with a little something extra as well if you participate. So here's the deal. I'm not going to read this story because I think John may actually come on and do a live stream not too far in the future. And we'll actually do a live reading of the first part of this story. So I'm not going to steal his thunder. But basically, Homecoming is about a guy named Gary who used to live in Glasgow, but has since moved away. But he's being called back home because his friend Richard is in need of him, and he now finds that Richard is in Sink Hill, but he doesn't have a location for him. He needs to find him in Sink Hill. And so when you get to the end of this first part of the story, and again, it's not that long, it's only a few paragraphs, so they're going to be short and snappy as they go. But we find out at the end of the first paragraph that Gary packed light. He only packed a small suitcase and in it, there were just a few items. And Gary opened his suitcase, took a quick glance inside, and that's where the story stops. And so what we need you to do, we need our backers to do, is help John determine what's in Gary's suitcase. What the ask is to leave a comment in the comments down here with one or more items in Gary's suitcase. And what John's going to do is after 24 hours is up, he's going to choose 3 answers from the comments, and those are going to be baked into the story and will help determine the story. So John hasn't written this next part yet, and so a lot of this is going to be it's going to be fun. It's going to be driven by this stuff, and so we'll see that we've already have a number of backers that have submitted their best ideas. Len says an umbrella, a pistol, and a worn and used stuffed clown doll. Mark Lamar says a collapsible shovel or entrenching tool. Landon says 2 sealed envelopes, 1 black, 1 white. Steve says a machete, change of clothes, and a photo of himself and a stranger to us. Gerald says inside the suitcase is a change of clothes, a photo album, Swiss Army knife, and a bong. Guillermo says a head, and Guillermo's a super backer, so he might know a thing or two about these. And Philip says a photo of Richard and Gary as youngsters with a stranger in the background. All right, so as you can see, we've got a few already that came in early, but we want to get more. There's no wrong answers here. Put in your best answers, and John is going to choose from among some of the ones that are in there. Now, one thing that I just will note that you do need to be a backer. You need to be a backer of this project in order to leave a comment. That's just how Kickstarter works. The comments are reserved for backers. So if you want to participate, you can back at any pledge level, as low as $1, and then you can participate in that as well as be a part of the other things that we offer up. I should also just remind you that we do have an early backer bonus. We've got actually. Oh, nope. Sorry, my update is over here. So I'll go back to my updates here. We do have an early backer bonus. In the wrong spot, which is going to be 13. Over 300 pages of comics. We're going to give you 7 comics, 3 from the Comics Tribe archive, and 4 from some awesome creators that you should know about, you should be reading. And so this is going to be an early backer bonus for everyone that gets in by midnight tonight. So just to pull that up, you're going to get you'll get the Wailing Blade #1. You're going to get a full graphic novel, the Red 10 Volume 1. You're going to get it, And Then Emily's Gone #1. And then you're going to get from Tim Larson, you'll get Mayfield 8. You'll get from the Fried Comics crew. You're going to get PBOW. You're going to get Ichabod Jones from Russell Nolte, and you're going to get Man of Sin from Andrew Guild, I believe. So we've got some awesome stuff for you, and you should know about some of these books. And all backers are going to get this as long as you're in the campaign by midnight tonight. So there you have it. Thank you once again so much for the closing in on 300 backers who've gotten us this far during this launch. We're having a lot of fun with it, and we're hoping to have even more fun with our latest sort of dilemma here. This is Homecoming, which is a tale that's going to be told by you and John Lees, and I'm looking forward to seeing the direction that it takes. But come on, we need a lot more than 7 comments here, and it's your time to get creative and see where this thing goes. I should also say that we're actually closer. I think we're less than $600 away to the first stretch goal, which is we're going to add a all new, never before published crime web by John Lees and Alex Cormack, which is going to lay out for you how the Sink Hill underworld actually works. Very, very cool stuff by John and Alex. And we really do want to add that to all of the books. So whether you're getting it digitally, in print, in the hardcover, the soft cover, the variants, you're getting all of them. You're getting just a few of them. You're going to get that added once we hit that 18K mark. And then we'll be onward to even more stretch goals. So, yeah, thank you. Hope to see Rob. I saw Rob was watching this earlier. Rob, I want to see something from you in here. I want to see a comment from you showing off your creativity. And let's get more good items for that suitcase, and then find out what the next part is going to be and what the next prompt is going to be for backers. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for being a big supporter of Sync and for helping us take this thing to even higher heights. All right. Take care.